Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Urban Empire, episode 7 for this series. Let's begin by unpausing the game. That's a good place to start. We've got a decent amount of money coming in. We're going to kind of track that, make sure that it doesn't run away on us. We managed to put a dock up. I'm hoping that's going to help. I'm not entirely sure how yet, simply because I don't 100% know the effect that these have on. I know that they boost businesses, but I don't necessarily know how, nor do I really understand how that helps me. I imagine they boost businesses, which in return, more businesses move into my area, which in return pay taxes. But that's, I don't know if these actually honestly pay for themselves or not. I don't think they do, but hopefully they will at some point in the future. The right to vote. Yes, let's go ahead and begin the voting. That's what I wanted to see. Alright, so citizens, they're allowed to vote. That's good. Regardless of income, that seems like something that's probably pretty important. I imagine everybody's fairly happy. Average personal growth went up. Okay, we've got a decent amount of money. The biggest thing was trying to continue improving infrastructure, as well as we actually have an upgrade for this. The effect gives us a bonus to security, pretty much a waste at this point. Our security is so high because of what government we are. It just seems silly to go with that. It is hereby proposed that laws against homosexuality be repealed. Support. I figured that was going to happen. Okay, we can't boost that. I'm still hovering at 20k. I'm wondering if I want to start another district or not. Starting this district is actually what kind of pulled us out of what was essentially a spiraling death trap of debt. With the rise of national romanticism sweeping all over Europe, your city administration needs to decide how to react. What is the role model for your forthcoming university? The Austrian Empire, Ancient Greece, Swerlian folklore, I think Ancient Greece. That the Free Democratic Party gets some goodwill. Citizens more likely to vote for this party. Well, that kind of sucks. I guess I should have went with the Austrian Empire. I don't really want the Free Democratic Party. I'm trying to keep the Socratic Party in power, because I think they're kind of more my party. They seem to lean more towards what I want, and I have good goodwill with them. But in general, I mean, the parties all, for the most part, like me, so that's a good thing. And I think we can actually see that up here somewhere. Yeah, party support. This place could actually probably use some more infrastructure. No, service. A workshop, -1 security. I don't understand. Gives work to the unemployed. That's like a really small region and not really worth it for 30k a month. Like, that's just not worth it. Now, some of these buildings just don't feel like they're worth it. I've got a ton of buildings here that need to be built, but I don't understand. The problem I'm struggling with is I don't get, these buildings cost me so much money. The benefits, frankly, just aren't there. And with how much money that cost me, it doesn't make me money back. I don't understand, other than completely raising taxes to the point where it's unbearable to my citizens. I don't fully understand how I'm supposed to afford half of this stuff. Take the Central Hospital for a second. I've already got an average city health of 5. That's pretty good. This gives me +2, so it'll go to 7. That's pretty good too. But 5 is perfectly fine. So is it really worth $5 million and $37,000 a month just for 7 instead of 5? No, it's not, unless the Central Hospital is making me money, which, as far as I can tell, it's not. Just kind of me ranting about features that I think are kind of odd. I just don't see the money. I need money to operate my town, but it doesn't mean that I can just start dropping down like all this. And like, see, I'm starting to hemorrhage money again, but I don't know where it's going. And if I click on it, I really can't get like, I can't get an honest update of where most of it's going. Because all it tells me is, if I click on city income, go to expenses, it just tells me like super basic stuff. Like, for example, infrastructure. I know, I wish I could break these down better. I mean, I guess it kind of tells me, you know, environments here, education, but still, there should be a way to break these down. Like, administration's running rampant right now, 53K. And is there something I could do to change that? I mean, I honestly don't know. Administrative service. So what's administrative? I mean, is this where that... Earlier we had the proposal passed that allowed people free transportation to their jobs through public service and stuff like that, public transport. Is that getting costs? Is that part of administration? Is that getting factored into here? I mean, I honestly don't know because there's no good way to break those charts down. Oh, but enough with my ranting. The biggest thing I could do right now is probably get another district up and running. At least a small district off to the side here. Can I build off? Kind of. I could build like that, right up against the edge. I would definitely like to get another district running. I don't really want that corner to attach like that. Yeah, that's like a little bit better. That's a lot better. But if I can get this to just straighten up, because frankly, no. Yeah, I like that whole setup a lot better. Oh, God, that looks good. Yeah. Yeah, just leave this like this. Yeah, I'm good with that. So, yeah, I say we get another district up and running. I know it seems kind of crazy, but you know what? There's a little bit of a residential demand, super high commercial demand, and a little bit of an industrial demand. So we have demand. Let's fill it. So we're going to confirm that. District density, I'm not really that concerned with it. And other than completely bumping it up to medium, I can't really. And look at like how much that costs. It goes from 304K total cost, 13K a month, to 911K, almost $1 million, and 102K a month. That's insane. Residential, we don't need a whole lot of. We're going to dump residential down to 45, make up the difference in commercial to 30. Industry demand drop down to 20. Or 19, I guess. That's way too much commercial. 30% seems a little bit better. Even that seems like a lot. I mean, commercial demand 3 is high. But, you know, if these are both 1, then why don't we just split the difference? Something like that, except lower this to 25 and raise this to 30. What the heck? There we go. I think that kind of meets our demands. Lots of commercial, but we need it. Confirm zoning. Oh, we could start with a lot of this stuff. I'll add it. Over time. I'm not going to do it now. I'll add services over time. Just go ahead, propose the district. Just do a normal vote. Everybody's for it, so. Social Democratic Party winning the election. Oh, I'm sure there's other edicts I wanted to propose too. loitering ban. For whatever reason, fun drops. Security goes up. Who has fun loitering? The lowest class gets a -2. Working, middle, and elite get +2. Well, that might force the lower class to actually get out of the lower class, which we need a couple people in the lower class, but not everybody needs to be. Well, what are we doing for right now for lower class? Actually, a lot of people are in the working class. The lower class is a very small number, so even all the more reason to really pass that. We almost got our research. One more month.
History is the life of nations and of humanity. To seize and put into words to describe directly the life of humanity or even of a single nation appears impossible.
All right, progress cloud. What is next? What is next? We got the assembly line, combustion, communication advances, dynamite. Arms industry and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and go for dynamite. Arms industry might be some good money. Okay, we got a couple here. Let's do the new district first. Alright, I figured it's going to go through pretty easily. Everybody seems to be in favor of expanding, especially since we probably need it. Lower class barriers, looks like it's going to go through. Let's pass it. Alright. And that one's not ready yet. But we'll see this come up. Now we're going to see a huge hit on the monthly budget, but then we've got a lot of cushion room here, and we'll see that correct itself real quickly as lots of businesses move in, especially because I made this a huge commercial area. Although I guess businesses are getting taxed the same as residential, so we got some industry coming in too. There we go. We saw it balance out really quickly, and I project that that's going to jump up pretty quickly, too. Taking criticism. A famous writer living in Hope Mill has become a vocal critic of your politics. You invite him for dinner so that you can have a discussion. What do you say? Ask him what you could do better? Threaten him? No, you definitely ask him what we could do better. I want his honest opinion. The writer tells you that the people of Hope Mill would like more opportunity to influence city politics. You think it's a reasonable request and a promise to help them get their voice heard. Bonus to personal growth. Okay, perfect. Well, that's good. Nationalist art, the most radical of the radical nationalists in the young Swirlian party, want Rome to adopt national romanticism as the official art form. The city would give special recognition to artists who wish to participate in creating a strong national identity. Good idea, but the council must decide. It's up to the council. The idea is too dangerous to vote on. Say good idea. Sure. Everybody seems in favor for it. I don't see any reason for it. I get some goodwill with them. I don't see anything negative that's going to come out of it. Look at the residential demand jump. Might be setting up another district soon with heavy residential. All right, no punishment for homosexuals is going to go through. Huzzah. Okay, that should see a major boost in happiness and security, I guess. But happiness did go up. People don't like being told what to do. That's the truth of it. I guess we should probably place an institute somewheres. Boy, I really can't afford any of these, though. Frankly, I just can't. At least we're voting on this now. Everybody's for it. Wow, is everybody just going to be for everything? I haven't really had to deal with pressuring people too much. Maybe I'm just being too relaxed about what policies I'm letting through, but boy, look at that residential demand. City population, cool. I haven't really looked much up here. 28K, 29K, so it's balancing out. That looks like it reached its peak. Business is booming, cafes, dynamite. Alfred Nobel from Sweden has combined nitroglycerin with different absorbents and stabilizers to create dynamite, a safe, powerful explosive. This invention clearly offers many benefits, and your city administration is currently pondering how it could be best used in city construction, blowing up the old buildings, in the arms industry, in road infrastructure. I mean, blowing up old buildings is pretty important, but I'm going to say the arms industry. Sales demand minus 5%. And the arms, okay, I don't know what that means. It's hereby proposed that animal cruelty legislation is enacted. That sounds good. Who could be against animal cruelty laws? Now, I can understand. There's always a reason for something, really. It sometimes might seem obvious, like, oh, you know, everybody should support laws against animal cruelty, but sometimes it's what's tied into those laws that people oppose, you know? Like, people might be against, or people might be for animal cruelty, but against animal cruelty laws, is what I mean to say, but against, like, throwing people in prison for life for abusing animals. You know, they might think it's too harsh of a punishment. The number of illegitimate children has risen notably in recent years, especially to lower class women. This is most likely due to the improved social life of servants and other workers. You want to comment on this in your public speech. What do you say? Children born outside marriage should be adopted. Condemn extramarital relationships. Mothers of religion should not be condemned. I'll just say they shouldn't be condemned. Makes everybody happy. Secret message. You receive a mysterious envelope containing a blank sheet of paper. You assume it's a mistake and go to burn it. When, however, the paper comes near the flames, letters appear. It's written in invisible ink. You warm the paper a bit more and read the message. If you support an independent soil area, join us. Meet behind the church Thursday at midnight. What now? Probably a hoax. Burn the letter. You can't say no to an adventure like this. Yeah, we're definitely going to check it out. Why not? Oh, gullible trait. Well, that's stupid. That might have been a mistake. Oh well. On Thursday night, you go to the designated meeting place. Was it wise to trust an unsigned letter? However, two young men appear dressed in black cloaks and ask you come with them. You follow them to a house. Right, this is where they kill me and I lose the game. You follow them to a house in Panau or wherever, where you learn that they belong to a secret society called the Yellow Lodge. The Lodge wants to separate Sorelia from the Empire. It's run by young nobles who don't want their families to know that they support anti-Empire politics. They think you'd be a powerful ally. Join the secret society. Yes, no, definitely not. This nonsense needs to stop now. You know, let's join it. Why not? You are now a novice member of the Yellow Lodge. When the time comes, the Lodge might ask for your help. And remember, you have never heard of such a society. I think it's kind of cool. I say we go for it just simply because it's so. I like going off the beaten path, you know. So let's do it. Let's check it out. Let's see where it takes our empire. We've got lots of money now. Let's continue infrastructure upgrading. Everybody's pretty happy in a lot of these areas, especially here. Is there any area where people aren't too happy? No, everybody's fairly happy. Well, what place needs upgrades? I think here needed some infrastructure upgrades, if I remember correctly. They've got gas. Let's go ahead and give them water. We'll activate the water grid. Confirm. Confirm. Propose. Good. And everybody's for it. So that'll spend some money there. It's going to cost us monthly as usual, but I wanted to at least have a good monthly budget coming in before I started buying stuff. Alright, it's been months since you joined the Yellow Lodge and you've heard nothing from them. Now another letter arrives, a blank page like before. This time you know how to read the invisible message and take it close to the fire. One of the Lodge members went on a secret mission to Vienna. You read, but she got into trouble and was imprisoned. The Lodge needs money to help her. Give them money. 20,000. Sure, that's nothing.
Good wishes alone will not ensure peace.
Good. Okay, we've got dynamite. What's next? Probably combustion and then the assembly line? In that order? What is this? Interesting. Personal hygiene is pretty important too, but let's go ahead and go with combustion. Ah, look at that industry boost. I assume that's what's helping us, is probably the boost in arms. Okay, Social Democratic Party wins. City Council is ready to vote on modifying the district. Let's go through with it. Everybody's for pro water, so I would hope so. Yes, look at all that. Perfect. Okay, with that being said, we are out of time for this episode. So, look at that, guys. We got lots of money, lots of budget coming in, another district put up. Things are going pretty well. Now, the reason I have so much money is because I have kind of been neglecting infrastructure, so next time we'll continue to go through and upgrade a lot of these infrastructures where we can get them. I know that these two districts back here need some infrastructure upgrades, and then we should probably start looking at placing some institutes over time. Because these are things that, even though they cost ridiculous amounts of money, we're going to need them at some point. Maybe we'll get another district up for the extra money and then we'll consider it. We'll wait though till we have a high, at least 2 of these demands are high. Because right now, industrial's -1, commercial 0, and residential demands 2. So if I can get like commercial or industrial up to 1 or 2, we'll consider another district. However, I want to thank you guys for joining me. I do hope that you enjoyed this episode, and I look forward to seeing you next time.